CCTV shows the moment that a gang rammed a police car in the West Midlands after they tried to break into a cash machine inside a Tesco. They committed 13 of these robberies across a 1 year period, where they used expensive fire service cutting equipment that they'd stolen to commit these robberies. A new video released by the police shows the gang attack the police and escape the scene of a crime after their lookout gave them a heads up. The gang used stolen vehicles in burglaries to target shops, and they threatened anybody that got in their way. And this week they have been jailed for a total of 30 years, so it's 4 men that have been convicted. And the gang struck between 2022 and 2023 in areas such as Gloucester, Oxfordshire, Warwickshire and West Mercia. The 4 men admitted conspiracy to burgle and conspiracy to handle stolen goods, and each of the men admitted their role in only some of the raids. They were charged with a total of 17 offences each, and the gang admitted handling stolen fire service equipment, and they traced it back to a break-in in Warwickshire where 50 grand's worth of specialist tools were stolen from a station in 2022. And this is really interesting because in previous cash machine robberies you see, they usually rip the machine out of the building and drag it down the street, and it's really difficult and long-winded and a lot of things can go wrong. But this gang actually realised that it's easier to just break into it, and they use these specialist cutting equipment to be able to do it. On the 31st of August last year, Reese Pedley was among a group of men who broke into the Snappy Tomato Pizza place in Coventry and used the specialist cutting equipment to steal thousands of pounds from a cash machine. On September the 7th last year, all 4 of the men struck at a Tesco in Hewlett Road, Cheltenham. A stolen BMW on false plates pulled up, and 3 of the gang got out with assault and crowbars to force their way into the cash machine. A 4th person acted as a lookout. As the police arrived, the gang threw rocks and bricks at them, forcing one of the officers to crouch behind his car. Another threw a brick at the front passenger window where an officer was sat. The gang then rammed the police before they made off. They caused damage estimated to be £1 million to the Tesco Express and also a neighbouring bakery when sparks from the angle grinder caused a fire in Kenilworth. The Major Crime Proactive Team worked with police in Warwickshire, West Mercia, Gloucestershire, Thames Valley and also Wiltshire Police. Using a combination of mobile phone data, CCTV, vehicle tracking and witness accounts, the gang was identified and arrested in November and December last year. At Birmingham Crown Court on the 8th of April, Justin Buckley, 40 years old from Hall Green, Birmingham, was jailed for 8 years and 4 months. Chris Hands, 37 years old from Kings Heath, was jailed for 9 years and 6 months, in addition to conspiracy charges. Reese Pedley, 34 years old from Yardley Wood, was jailed for 7 years and 7 months, and John O'Shaughnessy from Kings Heath was jailed for 8 years. DC Edward Costello from the Major Crime Team said this was a professional and organised criminal gang that stole thousands of pounds from businesses and weren't afraid to use force to get what they wanted. They threatened and used significant force against civilians and also police who tried to intervene. In one day they broke into 2 Tesco's. One of them had no money inside and the second one was in Warwickshire. They knew where the machines were and how to access them. Everybody had a role, whether it was acting as a lookout or cutting the machine. The theft of the specialist equipment made their job a lot easier. So I thought this story was really interesting and I really look forward to hearing what the viewers have to say. I've got a lot of updates to get through today, so make sure you turn on your notifications and follow on other social medias like Instagram, Twitter, and check out the website for all of our updates. And don't forget that the mayor voting election is taking place on May the 2nd and Birmingham candidate Ahmed Yacoub is taking part. And he really wants to make a change in the city, so I'd really like it if you took the time to listen to what he has to say and make your decision on who to vote for come May the 2nd.